Part 3 of the warm-up is about bringing mobility to all of our joints. And we're going to start down at our feet and work our way up through our body, try to activate and awaken all of our joints. Here we go. Starting with some ankle rolls, coming as high onto the balls of our feet as possible. We're going to go both directions, really using our muscles to create the movements, not using momentum. And that'll stand for all of these movements. We really want to use our muscles to work through the range of motion. Now rolling over the toes and stretching the toes out. Our feet being our primary contact with the board when surfing, so it's important that our feet are as limber as possible. This one feels good, rolling over the outside of your ankle. I think this has saved me from spraining my ankle a number of times outside of the water. And we're just applying some pressure and then release. Apply some pressure and then release. Feet together. We're going to roll the knees out. Knees of obvious importance to surfing. Now this next move I learned years ago in a Tai Chi class, and it's a way to activate the hamstrings. Turn one foot out 45 degrees and straighten your other leg. And then you're going to move your hands and head, first moving from the knee down the shin towards the ankle. And then you're going to reverse the movement and go from the ankle up the shin towards the knee. On the straight leg, you keep it flexed to make it a little more intense. This move can be a little tricky to get used to. It took me a while to get comfortable with it. It's very important that you keep your lower abdomen engaged so that the movement doesn't come out of your lower back and instead is really coming out of the hamstrings. If this move is not comfortable, I will be showing another move in the next part for activating the hamstrings. You can also just do a standing leg swing. I do like this move because it really engages the bent knee. Having to hold yourself in this position while you go through the movements really activates that thigh and glute. As you can see from the side, the movement is about bending at the hips as opposed to bending at the low back. Bending at the hips will isolate the movement into the hamstrings, and that's what we're going for. So we're moving to upper body now, feet parallel, and just rotating the arm. I'm planting my hand on my lower ribs because I have a tendency when I roll back to want to flare my ribs. So it's just a reminder to hold the trunk in place. Now some arm circles. The hand on the upper chest, shoulder there is to, as another reminder to isolate the movement. And again, with this one, it's not about momentum. It's really about using muscles to bring your arm up and over the top. And always leading with the palm. So there needs to be a rotation in the arm as it goes around over the top. When going this way, the other way, the arm rotates at the bottom. Our shoulders do a lot of work when we're paddling, so it's important to spend some time with these movements. Now this one, my thumbs are turning out and then turning in, and it's not so much about the swing coming from the hands. It's more of a squeeze of the back and release. Squeeze of your shoulder blades, release. Squeeze, release. It does open the front of the shoulders, but it also activates your upper back. This one's nice. So you start with your arms above your head, and one arm goes forward, one arm goes backwards. And as the arms come down, you allow your body to twist open. It's also good for the brain. It's like, was it rubbing your head and patting your belly? No, rubbing your belly and patting your head. All right, that's a wrap. Last part down at the beach, and then we paddle.